Hello, Susan Young here. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be sharing in our series, Why Support Groups Work. We are covering part 7 today. Today, we will look at the progress of Claudia and Jamie's lives to see how they recovered from their shopping addiction. As you watch this video today, pay attention to how would this apply to your situation and how can you adapt this to your needs. And here is Claudia's story. The dramatic statue visualization capulated Claudia's recovery forward. She was able to cut her credit card sooner than most people and was deeply determined to free herself from the bonds of compulsive shopping. Organizing my closets was another great motivator, she said. I could hardly believe how much I had. I gave a lot away to my sister and my friends. It felt nice to give for a change, but I felt even better when I could pay them back the money I owed them. Despite her determination, Claudia had been a compulsive shopper for many years and was a difficult habit to break. She overspent at least once a month for the first few months. Still, it was not as out of control as previously. She checked her lists before she went and took them with her. She tried everything on and considered her purchases carefully, as opposed to her old habit of buying directly off the rack. The group and all the techniques I learned enabled me to look at people in a fresh light. I now realize that a woman can be beautiful and desirable even if she doesn't have 20 designer cocktail dresses. I began to think about what was truly important in life and what wasn't. Now I realize that you cannot buy the most important things. Although she had never admitted to it to herself, marriage and family were important to Claudia. She entered psychotherapy to work on these issues that had caused her to become involved with unavailable men. The combination of the group and therapy yielded results quite rapidly. Claudia began dating men who weren't married or otherwise unavailable, men with whom marriage could be a reality. By her 6th month in the group, Claudia was a recovered compulsive shopper. She had paid her debts and set up a budget for herself with a specific shopping allowance. However, she chose to come to the group for another 8 months because she appreciated the support and enjoyed helping others over the hurdles. Now here is Jamie's story. It took Jamie about 3 months to begin believing in the possibility of her own recovery. She was so accustomed to thinking negatively about herself, it was hard for her to have faith. It wasn't until I saw people with really bad problems get better that I began to think maybe I could make it too, she said. Jamie was also resistant to incorporating the self-help techniques into her life. I had no trouble with the things like the checklist and the organizing, but I had a hard time with the visualizations and affirmations. I've always been a pragmatic type and I had no faith. Then someone in the group suggested some books on creative visualization and positive thinking. I found they were helpful. When I started to be more open to the techniques, they started working for me. Jamie went to a financial counseling service where they helped her work out a budget and a debt repayment schedule. Up to that point, I was still spending too much, but the schedule and the budget gave me a definite goal, said Jamie. I learned that if I stuck to them, I could pay off my debts in 5 months. and if I saved a certain amount, I could afford to move with the kids into a garden apartment in another 4 months. That gave me a definite goal and motivated me to stay away from the stores. I started doing visualizations where I would picture being in a nice new apartment with my kids and a man who really cared about us. Whenever I would get that old shopping urge, I would conjure up that picture, and it would keep me from binging usually. Sometimes I would go shopping anyway, but I would play a little trick on myself. I would only go to stores where I could return the items for cash. That way, the next day after I'd done the relaxation exercises and all was feeling back to normal, I could return the stuff if necessary. Many compulsive shoppers need this type of safety net in the early stages of recovery. Shopaholics, you have just heard about the progress that Claudia and Jamie have made with their shopping addictions. Feel free to share with one another how you feel about their progress and also share how you are doing in your life. Question of the day. Shopaholics, have you considered joining a support group to get help for your shopping addiction? Feel free to comment below. And if you are interested in joining a group, I have the information below for your online support group on Facebook. Feel free to join us. There is no fee to join. Our group is private. Hope to see you there. And if you have found yourself in debt, look at the information below. How are you doing with this video so far? If you like this video, hit the like button below. And don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate it. Leave me your email address at the Contact Us page on the website at www.stopbigspending.com, and I will inform you on the next videos coming up. See you here on YouTube and see you in social media. You have a great week.